Hi, welcome to the special session edition of UMCOM at Work. I'm Diane Degnan and I'm here with Dan Krause talking about the special session of the General Conference. Welcome,
Thank you,
Dan.
Diane.
Thanks for joining us. So, Dan, how many people from UMCOM are really involved in this special session effort?
I don't even know if that question could be answered, Diane. It's everyone at some level. Everyone has a role, whether they're traveling to St. Louis or not. We have obviously our content teams, our news teams have been creating messages, putting those on our various websites to make sure that we've been informing the church about the important work to take place in St. Louis and messaging as we've led up to General Conference. That'll continue through General Conference and after with interpretation. So obviously all of our content teams, member, seeker, leader, news involved, and then our conference relations teams working with annual and central conferences, making sure they have resources to communicate about and interpret General Conference. Our finance team has to pay the bills. Our IT team's been working on all of the technology to support us and to support live streaming of the event. Our production team is producing the event. Our creative services team has helped work on the Called to Move advertising campaign. Public information's been working with media inquiries, which have increased from secular media, wondering what's going on with the United Methodist Church. So I think the easy answer is to say everyone at UMCOM's had some role in this important event, whether they're traveling or not.
Well, UMCOM and its predecessor agencies have been working on supporting General Conference since 1944. But there's a new aspect this year that United Methodist Communications has given some money to make access more available. Can you talk about that? Sure. And why that happened?
I just think we thought at this historic time in the church, it should be able to be accessible by anyone who has an interest. So we are providing production for annual conference, which includes live streaming at our own cost. So that'll be available for anyone around the world who wishes to watch the proceedings. We also obviously have our news stories and interpretation that goes along during the event. But then thirdly, we have access at the event itself being free. They were going to charge a fee for guests and visitors, and because of our secure financial position, we were able to provide a grant to make access free to the event for anyone who wishes to attend.
Another aspect of General Conference is the message of the United Methodist Church and carrying that message out. Yes. Even into the church and beyond the church. Can you talk about this advertising messages?
Sure. I think one of the things that we've done through the history of General Conferences that you mentioned UMCOM's been involved with and our predecessor agencies is supporting the overall message, evangelism, outreach campaigns of the church. So we've had marketing and outreach campaigns at all of our General Conferences. This one was a bit more of a challenge given the tensions and the various voices coming from across the church. How do we find a message that rises above that I think we can all agree is at the core of who we are as United Methodists? And so we have a campaign focused on the movement, the calling that we feel as Christians. So move to fellowship, move to worship, move to pray, move to praise, that I think we can all emphasize has been in the Wesleyan tradition and the Christian tradition, and will continue to no matter what happens in St. Louis as well.
I love how the campaign wrap set up: yesterday, today, forever.
Yes.
So what about when we come back from General Conference? What's next? I know there's been anxiety throughout the church about what happens. Obviously, whatever happens, communication is going to be a critical part moving forward.
Yeah, as we've said in other recent conversations, the communication is going to be key to the church going forward, just as it has been for the last 2,000 years. And we're going to have an important role. We're going to come back. We're going to continue to do our work and shine at doing that. Obviously, some of our important roles are interpreting what happened at General Conference, making sure that that's interpreted across our various channels, communicated outward, talking about implications, what it means, having resources available for our local churches to talk about it in their context, So we'll be working to make all of that available. And as far as us as an agency, as we go forward, we keep doing our work and we get ready for 2020 to do it all over again in just another year.
Well, I know everybody's going to do a great job with all the different roles that they play. So.
Well, absolutely, everyone's going to do a great job. We appreciate our entire team. We thank everyone for all the effort they've put into preparing us for General Conference, but also all the work that we do every day.
And that's a wrap on our special session edition of UMCOM at Work. Thanks for reading. I know there will be a lot of questions once General Conference is over, and we'll be back to talk about those. Thanks.
Great. Thanks, Diane.